This presentation explores the relationship between digital storytelling and democracy in the context of a story-centered video production course created and taught by the primary author. Since the course was first offered in 2011, students at Western Washington University, primarily visual journalism majors, have produced and published more than 125 interview-based video profiles. While academic scholars have examined the democratizing potential of digital stories produced by the subjects of the videos, very little research has focused on digital stories produced by students within an institutional framework. The majority of scholarly work on digital storytelling examines the implications of self-representational videos based on the model created by the Center for Digital Storytelling in Berkeley, California, which 5 years ago changed its name to Story Center. These first-person accounts have been studied for their capacity to empower marginalized groups by fostering the democratization of media resources. While digital storytelling can only be analyzed within the context of the social and political processes that create context for cultural production, the practice of creating autobiographical stories outside traditional delivery systems has far-reaching implications for democracy and political agency. If digital storytelling has the capacity to work outside traditional media to amplify ordinary voices, do video stories created by students for university courses retain that same transformative capacity? An analysis of the videos produced for the digital media course shows a tendency toward Polk's emphasis on the voices of people who have been marginalized and oppressed and who largely remain voiceless in the mainstream. At least 20% of the student videos focus on subjects who could be considered marginalized or underrepresented. While students find and pursue their own stories, their choices should be viewed in the context of their training as visual journalists. 1/3 of the digital media videos focus on college-age subjects, many of whom are going through some unique challenge. The videos that focus on middle-aged subjects are dominated by unique professions. For example, a middle-aged man who leads a team of motorcycle racers, the captain of a local ferry, a tattoo artist, and a jazz drummer. The choices are story-driven, but with a commercial criteria informed by journalistic training. What is newsworthy? What is unique? What would sell? Or, as that concept is translated into digital terms, what is the most likely to get views, clicks, likes, or shares? In their book, Story Circle, Digital Storytelling Around the World, Hartley and McWilliam consider potential weaknesses of digital storytelling in terms of production, distribution, and consumption. The classroom structure and critique process in the digital media class could help to mitigate several of these perceived limitations. Because students have some distance from the story, and because it is shown and critiqued multiple times, it may be less likely that the final videos are self-indulgent, overly sentimental, or naively unself-conscious. In terms of propagation and dissemination, students have a tendency to be more adept at sharing their work through social media platforms. But the extent to which videos are shared can also hinge on unforeseen developments and external factors beyond the control of students or their subjects. For example, the digital media video with by far the most views focuses on Adam Roberts, a 29-year-old man who built a home on the back of his truck that allowed him to live in the mountain and devote his life to skiing. 3 years after the video was made, Roberts died in an avalanche. In the wake of his death, the video was viewed more than 25,000 times. The second most viewed video profiles a college student named Paul Wright, who was born with a non-genetic, non-progressive disability. The video, posted on social media by students and shared by their friends, has an uplifting message of empowerment. Wright actually has the word strength tattooed over his heart. In conclusion, digital storytelling taught in a university setting is an understudying aspect of digital technology and the democratization of media resources. An initial analysis of videos created for a visual journalism class suggests that digital stories produced by students retain the potential to bring underrepresented voices into the public sphere. In fact, the more vigorous critique of a class workshop could reduce some of the limitations cited by scholars, which in turn could further the ability of the videos to empower and to inform.